In this video, we're going to take a look at the fourth and final major faction in the new WoW expansion, The War Within. This is the Severed Threads, and we're going to find these guys over in Azkahet. The way this video is going to work is I'm going to go through a bit of an overview of all the items that you'll find in this faction's Renown tree, and then I'm going to do a more detailed, in-depth Renown level by Renown level look to see what we'll be getting at each different Renown level. I do just want to mention as well, with this faction in particular, it's quite bugged on the beta at the moment. Like, I can't really progress it at the moment, or I should be a lot further on the progression than I currently am. It's stuck at 1 for me just now. And it seems like they have been adjusting this faction a little bit here and there, and it does seem to be missing potentially some parts. So this is what we've got at the moment, but if it does change, I'll try to update that in the video description as well. But let's jump right into it. So similar to the other factions, with the mounts, pets and toys, we do have 2 mounts, we've got 1 pet, and we've got 1 toy as well. For the professions, this is the one that seems to be missing potentially some of it. It's at the moment I can only see that we've got an inscription contract, we've got an enchanting recipe, and also an alchemy recipe as well. It's missing those profession knowledge books, which may have been on the tree at some stage and don't seem to be there anymore. For the zone event for this faction, there doesn't seem to be many buffs to the zone event, as you maybe kind of get those through a different system, which I will put on screen here, but I need to make a bit more of a video on that to go into it in more depth. Basically, you're going to choose a pact between, there's 3 different kind of main NPCs within this faction, and you're going to choose which one you want to gain rep with first, and that's actually how you're going to increase your renown level, as well as by increasing your reputation with these different NPCs. They all have, of course, 8 renown levels that you're going to get with them, and then of course those 8 times 3 is going to go into 24, which will be all of your renown levels with the Severed Threads. I will be making a reputation guide for this faction later on as well, so stay tuned for that, and I'll be explaining a bit more about this faction as well. For the cosmetic and regular gear, we are going to get a 541 ring at level 78, and then it looks like we're going to get the same trinket at a higher item level for 3 times. So finishing finally with 597 trinket, champion level trinket there. Cosmetics, we have of course the cloak, tabard and shoulders, similar to the other factions as well. And then we have all these currencies. The main thing I want to point out here is that rather than the resonance crystals with the Severed Threads, you are using something called Kej. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's what we're going to use instead of the resonance crystals. And there is going to be a conversion rate between the resonance crystals and the Kej as well. Nice. So before we jump in, I just want to point out the Quartermaster for this faction that is here on the map. And as we zoom in, we go into the Weaver's Lair, and you will find the NPC in this location here. Now, they have on the beta been moving these NPCs around. The other Quartermaster for the Ringing Deeps, for example, the Assembly of the Deeps, has moved slightly as well. So this is where it is just now, and maybe it will definitely be somewhere nearby when the game launches for sure. Okay, now let's move on to the actual Renown tree. So guys, for that first Renown level, we just have the one saying that you've started earning Renown with the faction. For the second Renown level, we have the Kej vendors unlocking, so then you can use your Kej that you've gained in this zone. That 541 ring coming in, level 78 ring coming in at Renown 2 as well. At Renown 3, you get In the Shadows, which is our only kind of zone event reward for this faction. This allows you to choose a pact with one of the 3 different main characters of this faction, and gives you different buffs and things within the zone. This is a whole nother video really in and on itself, which I'll get to at some stage. First small Kej wallet here as well, which is basically the equivalent of the resonance crystals that you get throughout the other factions. Renown 4 is where you're going to get your different recipes, the 3 recipes, 1 for inscription, 1 for enchanting, and 1 for alchemy. The Threadbearer's Cloak, the cosmetic cloak, coming in at Renown 5. The first of the 3 trinkets, 571 here, the adventurer variety, or version, sorry, at Renown 6. Weathered Harbinger crests at Renown 7. These ones are your most basic crests. These are the ones you gain from LFR, outdoor events, and also heroic dungeons. Valor Stones, the equivalent of flight stones in Dragonflight as well, used to upgrade your gear. Renown 8, we have Bazaar of Wonders. You can start to exchange your resonance crystals for Kej here. 800 for 100 at this stage. Another small Kej wallet as well at Renown 8. Earth Encrusted Gem, one of these at Renown 9. These you're going to use in Dornigal to purchase some from the guy on screen here, Obsidian. He sells a total of 31 kind of transmog sets for these Earth Encrusted Gems. 15 more of the Weathered Harbinger crests as well at Renown 9. The Tabard coming in at Renown 10 and a large Kej wallet as well. At Renown 11, you're going to get the second version of the trinket, the veteran level one here. 584 is its starting item level at Renown 11. Carved crests at Renown 12. This is the one that might change. This might be a beta thing at the moment. This is where normally those profession knowledge books are. But at the moment, it's just offering 15 of the Carved Harbinger crests, which are one level up from the Weathered Harbinger crests. You get these from normal raids, Mythic 0 to Mythic plus 3. Restored Coffer Key at Renown 13. This one is used at the end of the Bountiful Delves to open an extra chest to get more gear, or rewards, sorry. Cornering the Market, you're now down to 400 Resonance Crystals for 100 Kej. Valor Stones as well, and a large Kej wallet. Our pet coming in at Renown 15, Jump, this little spider here. And Renown 16, we have the last cosmetic item, the shoulders, which look pretty cool. Threadbearer's Pauldrons. Our toy coming in at Renown 17, the Arachnoserum. Don't know why I struggled to say that there. And this one turns you into a spider, I think, if I remember correctly. 15 more Carved Harbinger crests at Renown 18 and an overflowing Kej wallet here. Trinket, the final trinket, the champion version here at 597 at Renown 19. Another Earth Encrusted Gem at Renown 20. 21, we now have the exact exchange of 100 Resonance Crystals for 100 Kej. And 15 more of the Carved Harbinger Crest. First mount here, the Ferocious Jawcrawler coming in at Renown 22. Some more Valor Stones and some more Kej as well to help with purchasing these. Our second mount as well, straight after that, the Aquamarine Swarmite, which is of course a flying mount as well. 24, we have that Enchanted Ruined Harbinger Crest, which is going to increase the crafted items level up to 606. One of those per major faction that we've looked at so far. And then finally, Renown 25, we have the Title Thread Spinner. So guys, that is the kind of basic overview of this faction so far. If things do change during the beta with this faction, which I kind of expect maybe they will, especially the profession knowledge books being added in there, I'll try to update it in the description as well. There is a lot more to this faction as well, with the 3 different head NPCs that you will be gaining renown or reputation with, which is going to in turn increase your renown level with the severed threads. Kind of can choose which one of these in particular you want to gain rep first. This will give you different buffs, different objectives, different things like this. So there's quite a few decisions to make here. I'm going to look into it further and eventually put together a video for that as well. Thanks for all the support recently. We've gotten quite a few new subscribers as well. We're getting close to that 1,000 subscribers, which is quite a big milestone. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed as well. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. As always, please leave feedback in the comments below. It's been really helpful. And yeah, I'm just excited to get more out. I'm super busy, but let's see what we manage to do. Yeah, as always, guys, peace.